The calls for a passage of an anti-terrorism bill are growing in South Korea in the aftermath of the Islamic State's deadly terror attacks in Jakarta on Thursday. However, according to our Ji Myung, rival parties remain at odds over details of the bill.
The ruling Saenuri Party on Friday stressed the need for swift passage of a terrorism prevention bill to better protect the public.
IS terror attacks in Jakarta follow the recent attacks in Paris and Istanbul. Asia is now more susceptible to terrorist attacks and can no longer be considered a safe zone. We must pass the anti-terror bill as soon as possible.
The ruling bloc said that opposing the bill merely to prevent the National Intelligence Service from gaining more authority is an irresponsible attitude that puts the lives and property of citizens at risk. However, the main opposition Minju Party opposed putting the nation's top spy agency at the center of counterterrorism activities, warning of possible violations of human rights and abuse of state powers.
The Saenuri Party broke its promise of establishing an anti-terrorism control tower under the Prime Minister's office instead of the National Intelligence Service. We had even agreed to restrict the role of the NIS agents to prevent them meddling in this new task force.
In recent years, the NIS has been accused of election meddling and wiretapping citizens, acts that the opposition claims exemplifies a lack of morality and disqualifies the NIS from leading anti-terrorism measures, as a spy agency often acts above law. However, experts urge lawmakers to swiftly pass the bill to counter any possible terrorist attacks in Korea.
We must pass the anti-terrorism bill as quickly as possible. It cannot be used as a political bargaining chip. The U.S. and other Western countries have this type of legislation in place, but we do not. Without this bill, it's hard for us to effectively monitor and respond to terrorist activities.
The anti-terrorism bill was first submitted to the National Assembly 15 years ago, shortly after the 9/11 attacks in the U.S., and despite people's lives being at stake, no progress has been made due to a failure to narrow differences on the bill's contents. Ji Myung, Arirang News.